My whole professional life, I thought that self-care was mani-pedis, facials, skincare, really like showing up for myself in like the beauty part of like taking care of my body. And I really did not prioritize self-care. Like I was like, I don't have time to sit and get a massage every week and show up at the spa and, you know, and all the money that all those services cost. I just did not prioritize it until one day my body really just hit a wall. Like I couldn't move. I felt like I had been hit by a Mack truck, literally. And I really knew that I had to do something else to take care of my health. I had to prioritize my well-being, my mental health, my physical health. And it was when I really realized, like, I want to practice self-care, but like I realized I can't go to the spa every week. Like that's just not me, to sit up and get my, you know, my back massaged and going to like resorts in Arizona and all of these things. It just wasn't what I was going to be willing to do, especially with like my schedule, my work schedule. We're going in, we're doing some skincare while we get dressed, especially with my work schedule. And so today I'm super excited to break down 14 micro tips of ways that you can pour into yourself, show yourself love, practice self-care that are untraditional, not the ways that you've always practiced self-care, the ones that really show true self-love. I'm not saying that you're not loving yourself whenever you go get a massage or whenever you go and get a manicure and pedicure, but what else is there? Like what are the other things that you can do to really prioritize self-care and really show up for yourself? And when I really started thinking about that this week, I really was, you know, starting to get like a little too busy, and I was feeling like my schedule was getting too full, and I was like, I need to take a step back. Like I was starting to forget to prioritize my temple, like prioritize my self-care, to prioritize my body, to make sure that I had everything that my body needed in order to show up for the people that I serve and the things that I do and the things that I love doing. When I realized like I really needed to slow down in a few areas, it was getting back to my self-care practices. Like what am I doing to make sure that I feel my most whole, that I'm completely full, so that I can be there for other people. And I'm really excited about today because I'm getting ready to shoot a video on something completely different. But I was just like, let's do a get ready with me vlog style where I do my skincare, my makeup, and talk about self-care, because I think we get caught up in like self-care is only skincare and going to the spa, but there's so many other things and so many other ways that you can really show yourself compassion and self-love and really like pour into yourself without it just being the traditional ways. And so I'm excited to get into these tips. Like I said, this is kind of an unconventional video. It's kind of a vlog style because I'm getting ready to shoot a video on showing up more sophisticated. No. What am I I forget the topic I'm talking about. You guys will see. Oh, and I know y'all want to talk about this. Okay, who's she? I got my hair done a little different. I pressed it and decided I was gonna go straight for a while, you know, just show up a little different. The summer is the worst time to wear straight hair. I don't know what I was thinking, but I decided to do something different for a little while. Y'all let me know what you think. A little throwback to the 80s, the 90s pixie. It's giving Halle, Mary J, a little Tony. Well, it's not as short as Tony. It's giving a little pixie though. But we're gonna talk about that in another video. But today I really wanted to break down 14 micro tips that will help you to prioritize self-care while I actually practice another form of self-care. And and the thing is that I'm not gonna even discuss skincare at all in this video. Although I believe in skincare, I know how important skincare is to self-care. It is really, there's just so many other ways to practice self-care. I think that this needs to be a part of your daily routine and is a major part of self-care, you know, doing your skincare, taking care of your skin, taking care of your body, making sure that you show up as your best and highest self. But truly, there are so many other ways. And so, without further ado, I'm going to jump into tip number 1. Now I'm going to try my best to do my skin and my makeup while I break down these tips. And I'm not making this video very long, but I got 14 tips, so I'm gonna get started. And you guys, let me know. I'm doing my skincare routine and all of those things, getting ready to record. But if you guys want a full video on just my skincare routine, like the way that I layer my skincare, what products I'm using, what are some of my favorite products, what products I can't live without, like if I was on a desert island, I have to have with me. If you guys want a video all about that, please let me know in the comment section below. I will be happy to create that for you all. Micro tip number 1 to practice self-care, like unique forms of self-care, is to immerse yourself in nature. There literally is no better feeling to go to a park, a beach, go on a hike, really just looking at God, what God created. Like, there's something that makes you feel so small and so full and so grateful when you look at the trees and feel the breeze or feel the heat on your skin, or even if it's cold or colder, feeling that breeze, that cool breeze that's rustling through the trees and wrapping around your body. Like, there really is no better feeling. And if you want to talk about self-care, getting out and doing a hike, sitting by the beach, going to the lake, there's so many ways that just immersing yourself in nature just really rejuvenates you, makes you feel more centered, far more grounded, and really just helps you just remember just how blessed and grateful you are. Number 2 is journaling. One of the things that I've fallen in love with is journaling. I was never a journaler. Not even growing up when we had diaries, because now, there's no such thing as a diary anymore. Everybody journals now. It's the more appropriate name. But I was never really big on diaries and journaling when I was growing up. And I really found that it was so cathartic, it was so therapeutic to be able to write down my prayers, the things that I was grateful for, the things that I was just thinking and feeling. And when I really started leaning into journaling, I felt like it was one of the most, like the highest form of self-care. Like, it felt so good to be able to just get all of my thoughts out, to be able to praise myself, to be able to look at the things or get the things out of my body that didn't serve me anymore. Like, even the thoughts, like I had so many thoughts that are running through my mind, and I know you feel the same way, just like thoughts and actions and things I want to plan and goals I want to meet, and being able to put them out of your mind onto a space is so amazing. It is a very high form of journaling. Waking up every single morning and practicing gratitude, there is no better way to say thank you to your body, to show yourself love, to show appreciation for the things that you have. So if you've never tried journaling, I definitely suggest journaling as one of the highest forms of self-care. Number 3 is creative expression. This could be done in the form of art, poetry, music, dancing. Like, if you want to feel like you love yourself, you love your body, you're grateful for the things that you have, get to creating something. Like, when you start doing like pottery or music or like sidewalk art, I mean, it doesn't have to be that you're an artist. I know oftentimes we feel like we have to be so good at something in order to do it, but why not just try it because it's something good to do? Creative expression may be one of my favorite forms of self-care because you're able to express your thoughts and emotions through various mediums. Number 4 is volunteering. You guys, I need to get my eyebrows done so bad. But number 4 is volunteering. You want to feel absolutely amazing? Volunteer somewhere. It is a no better feeling than being able to help others, to be able to lift them up, to being able to make their day, whenever they were maybe having a bad day or didn't have something that they needed and you were able to provide it, is an amazing feeling. I love volunteering at like my local shelter, or being able to help children with reading at like the local library. There are various ways that we can volunteer, and there's such a great need. If you really want to practice self-care, the most important way is to give to others. Number 5 is mindful meditation. Being able to just turn within and pray, meditate, think about the things that you're grateful for, really just get into a quiet space is an amazing form of self-care. Just being able to just be with your own thoughts. I mean, when we turn down the music and turn down the noise of our life, like, we realize just how noisy things are around us. Being able to just meditate and pray. Like, we may pray in the morning and be like, oh God, thank you for this day, thank you for this food, amen. I understand that sometimes we feel like we don't have time, but setting intentional time aside to meditate is such a powerful form of self-care and love. Number 6 is a digital detox. This one probably is one of the most important. You want to get into yourself. You want to remember why you love yourself, as opposed to looking at why others love them. Then turn off your screen. This is one of the most amazing ways to practice self-care, because you can actually think about something else. You can get creative. You can practice that creative expression. If we're always on our phone, we never actually get to go outside and do something, like being immersed in nature, going to listen to an orchestra, going to the museum, doing these other things. Oftentimes do not require you being on your cell phone. Taking a complete detox, unfollowing people that don't serve you, taking time away from your phone, cutting down your screen time at night is an ultimate way to show yourself self-love. Number 7 is the first form of self-love that I'm going to mention that may cost money. Mind you, I don't believe that self-care has to cost you a single dime. Like, it doesn't have to be an expensive venture. You don't have to go to the spa in Arizona on all of these things. Like, there are ways to practice self-care that don't cost you a single dime. This is the first suggestion that I will make that does cost a little bit of money, which is a solo retreat. Taking a retreat, taking a staycation, going to a nice hotel, a cabin in the woods, taking time away from your regular life, like just your regular home, your regular shower, your regular dining room table, eating somewhere else is absolutely amazing. And the thing is, I love a good solo retreat. I love to be able to just take myself off the grid, even if it's just for a day, just to regroup. And a solo retreat is the most amazing way to be able to show yourself love. You're only channeled into your own energy. You're not being there for your kids and your husband and at work and all of these things and sharing so much of yourself. You're really just pouring back into yourself. Literally, you can give absolutely nothing that you don't have. So if my cup is empty, I cannot give you anything. This is the most amazing way to be able to refuel, recharge, rejuvenate yourself so that you have it to give to other individuals. If you've never considered a solo retreat because you felt like it would be lonely, this is the time to practice some of the things that I said before, like suggestions 1 through 6. This is the time to meditate, time to journal, immerse yourself in nature, volunteer and help others, detox from your phone and social media. On your solo retreat, this is the best time to really think about practicing some of those suggestions that I gave in 1 through 6. Woo, y'all, I need my eyebrows done so bad. I'm trying to hold out for my appointment, but y'all, look at this. Ooh, I need them done. I'm trying to hold out. Number 8 is cooking and baking. Y'all hear me out. For you girlies that don't enjoy cooking and baking, you should try it. It is such an amazing way to just relax. It is so amazing to be able to find a new recipe, something that you really want to try, ingredients that you're not accustomed to. Even if it's something you want to do meatless, of course I would mention meatless because I'm vegetarian, but if you want to try some meatless dishes, Italian, German, some ethnic dishes that you've never tried before, it can be so rewarding to actually follow the recipe and get the results. You've got to try something new. I definitely believe that cooking and baking is an amazing way to just show yourself love. Cooking a healthy meal, having a healthy lunch, making that really good salad that just fuels your body. You're getting your greens and your vegetables in. It just makes you feel so healthy. I'm always talking about being that girl. It makes you really feel like that girl. You feel like I just put good food in my body. I know that I'm putting this good food in my body because I love myself. Those things are so important to our self-worth, and we oftentimes just forget that what we put in our bodies really does matter. And so I really want to encourage you guys to consider cooking and baking as a form of self-care. That's how you can practice self-care. Taking care of your temple, there literally is no bigger form of self-care than providing for your temple, taking care of your actual body. Number 9 is practicing self-compassion. You all know how I feel about being compassionate to yourself. While we're on this reinvention journey, it is hard because you're trying to do all of the things well. You're like, where do I start? Okay, I finally figured out where to start. And now the days that I fall off of my journey, I'm starting to feel bad about myself. I always do this. I'll never start. I start things, I never finish them. But really making sure that you're showing yourself compassion is the highest form of self-care. Affirming yourself, listening to your affirmations, writing your affirmations down in your ambition planner, on your mirror in your bathroom. Really, you have to make a real effort to remember to be kind to yourself, because there are so many things out there that make you feel like I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy of the things that I have, or look at everybody else that doesn't have and I have and I feel bad about it. All of these things are ways that we sabotage ourselves, that we're not compassionate to ourselves, that we don't really practice true self-love. And really being really mindful about practicing compassion is an amazing way to practice self-care. Number 10 is physical movement. When I tell you, nothing feels better than releasing the endorphins during a workout. It feels so good. When you finish a workout, you're like, why don't I do this every day? Like that feeling, it's a literal physical feeling. It's a medical feeling that your body goes through, that it releases certain things inside of your body that makes your mood higher, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel happy. If you feel down about yourself right now, if you're just not feeling like your highest and best self, go for a hot girl walk. Practice different forms of activities. Like if you're like, I'm tired of walking on the treadmill, I'm tired of lifting weights, go to a Pilates class, go to a spin class, take kickboxing, do yoga. There are so many ways to exercise, but the most important thing is to move your body and feel good about your body movement. Being able to just get out in the sun, taking yourself for a walk, putting in your headphones, listening to a good podcast, like there really is no better feeling. I cannot tell you enough how important practicing physical movement, moving your body is one of the ultimate forms of self-care. Number 11 is to create a vision board. I feel like we should update our vision boards every 90 days. Like y'all know, the Ambition Planner is a 90-day planner. I believe in doing everything every 12 weeks, but really creating and updating your vision board just helps you to feel like I know what I want and I know where I'm going. I really believe in the power of a vision board. Putting on your vision board the things that you're grateful for, that you already have, the things that God has already blessed you with, the things that you want to be able to achieve or accomplish in the next 90 days, and then the things that you want to achieve or accomplish by the end of this year. When you break your vision board down into these 3 elements, you really start practicing an amazing form of self-care and gratitude. You really start imagining yourself in these situations. You really start saying, I know that I can have these things if I work really hard. Putting them in a space where you can see them all the time is so empowering. I like to take my vision board and put it as my screensaver on my phone, because every time I open it, I'm able to see the things that God has already blessed me with, the things that I want over the next 12 weeks, and then the things that I'm working for in the future. Breaking your vision board down and creating that board just makes sure and keeps your imagination flowing, keeps you envisioning your next self. It keeps you motivated while you're on this reinvention journey. Number 12 is taking yourself on a sensory exploration. I did this for the first time not too long ago, and I absolutely loved it. What I did was I just focused on the sights, sounds, and smells as I went for a walk. It made me feel so much more grounded and alive. Like when we go on walks, we are like listening to podcasts, listening to music, walking our dog, paying attention to the spaces around us, which I'm not saying don't pay attention, girl, because we got to be mindful. Like stuff be popping off before we know it. But going on a sensory walk in a safe space is so amazing. Looking at making sure that you know the senses that you really want to tap into. Like I want to see birds, I want to see the squirrels, I want to feel the breeze, I want to hear the rustling of the wind through the trees. Makes you feel so alive. Makes you feel so grateful for life. Makes you remember that you're the highest being on this planet and how God created you so fearfully, so wonderfully. And it just brings you to a space of ultimate gratitude. When you really go on a walk and you're saying, I'm going to engage all of my senses while I'm on this walk or while I'm on this journey or even in your car, it's an absolute amazing experience. And it's something that I never thought of doing. And once I've done it, now I'm completely addicted. Number 13 is a little unique, and that's cultural immersion. I really love learning about other cultures. I speak multiple languages, I love traveling, and being able to just experience someone else's culture for a change is so rewarding. Taking yourself to like Little Italy or going to like Chinatown in your city, it's so amazing just to be able to experience other cultures. If you don't have like a Little Italy or Chinatown in your area, going to the museum, going to other like ethnic restaurants, it's such an amazing way to just learn about something new. You know, maybe 13 really is just learning about other cultures, learning something else, practicing another language, eating a different type of food. I mean, it's an amazing way to just love yourself, love your body, love your life, love other people's experiences. Getting to know and learn about somebody else is so much. First of all, it's fun, but it is an amazing way to just reground yourself and just to remember that we're all so unique. We're all so fearfully and wonderfully made. We all are important. It helps you to remember your worth and your value and the impact that you want to leave on this world. I think that cultural exploration and really getting to know other cultures is so important. It just makes you more of a well-rounded person. So I guess I could say 13 is like cultural immersion, but it really is also entangled with learning about something else, learning other cultures, tapping into your hobbies, learning something else about something else. Learn something new, honey. There's so much out here. There's so many different things in this world that we don't know about. Being able to say, I'm going to be intentional about learning today. Like, I'm going to be intentional about learning about other cultures, other food. It is an amazing way to show yourself love. Number 14 is a spa day at home. Yeah, I know. I talked about not having a spa day and not being like the only way that you can show yourself self-care. But truly, having a home spa day is so much fun. Being able to like go to Target and put a whole bunch of great stuff in your cart, the things that you've been saying you wanted to buy, but you're just like, I don't make time for this. I don't have time to soak in a tub of Epsom salt and then pumice my heels and push back my cuticles and give myself a mask. But setting time aside to say I'm gonna do just that is important. You only have one temple. Our bodies are not going to be on this earth forever, so we should care for them as much as possible. Being able to do that at home ensures that you'll be able to do it more often. You buy it once. You have all of those ingredients at the house. Anytime you feel like I need to just dote on myself, I need to love on myself, I need to look at myself in the mirror, I need to use my good stuff. And listen, I'm talking about use my good stuff. Use your good stuff every day. Y'all be having this stuff sitting around and it's expired. Use the good stuff every day. Today's a good day to use the good body wash, to use the expensive lotion. Today's the day to use the good perfume. Every day that you have on this earth is the very best, most special day. So use the good stuff. Don't hold the good stuff back, because what we are blessed with understanding is that there'll always be more. There'll always be more opportunities for you to buy it. You don't have to hoard it. I wouldn't encourage you to always buy the good stuff. Have everything be the good stuff. I know that there's price and cost and things like that associated to everything, but whenever you're buying lotion, make sure you buy a lotion that you like. Buy a lotion that you love putting on your body, that makes you feel sensual, sexy, takes out the ash. Don't buy lotion with just water in it. Look at these ingredients. But making sure that you're just lathering yourself with goodness, that you feel like your best and highest self, that your skin is glowing whenever you leave your home, just makes you feel good. You start interacting and moving about the world completely different whenever you know you look good, whenever you feel your very best, whenever you know that you can show up to your job or to daycare just feeling really good and really refreshed. So I really want to encourage you all with these 14 micro tips to take the ones that fit you and to really identify what self-care and self-love means to you. It does not have to be spending hundreds of dollars on a massage or going to a spa. Practicing self-care and self-love goes well beyond that. You are deserving of self-care. You cannot pour into anyone if you don't have it yourself. There is absolutely nothing selfish about taking care of yourself and honoring your temple. Make sure that you prioritize self-care every single day. I'm gonna finish up my makeup before I make this video, but I really wanted to make sure that I poured this into you all today. Practicing self-care is so important, and there's so many ways that individuals can practice it. There's no one way to be able to practice it. That's why I wanted to make sure and give you a lot of tips, a lot of options, so that you can find what's most important to you and that really speaks to who you are as an individual. I hope that you all are having the most amazing day. And listen, if you have other self-care tips that I didn't mention in this video, please make sure that you leave it in the comment section below. I would absolutely love to hear the tips that you have on how you practice self-care, ones that cost money and the ones that don't. Thank you so much again for watching this episode. If you guys don't know, I should have said this in the beginning, my name is Dion, also known as the Face of Ambition across all platforms. If you're not following me on any of those social places, on any of those social spaces, make sure that you do so. Make sure that you subscribe, do all the things. Honey, I didn't even introduce myself. I got to talking. We didn't even do any of our formal introductions before I got to talking today. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.